Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of No ID Podcast. Here is I, your one and only Jerome Davis, the host, the creator of it. I have here a young man. He is an actor. He's a creative. He's a comedian. He's a writer. This man has several hats into this entertainment industry. He is a Portsmouth native, moved to LA, and is taking over right now from the skits to the stand-up, to that's the writing and the production. If you have not seen his page, I'm going to tell you right now, go see his page right now. The one and only Ty Buckner. What's going on, baby?
What's going on with you, man?
Ain't shit. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good right now. It's Monday, ain't got nothing to do, so shoot, I'm just happy to be here.
Me too. I'm happy to get you up here, man.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you. I'm going to just let people know. I found this man over the weekend on social media, and I was just scrolling. I think it was just on the Explore page, and I was like, okay, Comedy Chat 2. I saw a couple of the skits. Was it TOA? You did the Academy?
Yeah.
TOA Academy. See, I did my research, and then I saw something very interesting. He is a Virginia native.
Yes, sir.
Homegrown talent from the 757 area is now making noise over in LA. What? So how did you get into the whole creative space, and how has the transition been from moving from VA over to LA?
So it's a long story, but I'm gonna try to make it short as possible, right? So I was in the VA till I was like 18 years old. And after that, I joined the Army, right? And then that's where like 2018, I started making these comedy videos and stuff like that. I'm like, I really like this. I started taking it serious, a little bit more serious. And then I was thinking about around 2020, my contract was ending with the Army, and I was like, I really don't want to re-enlist. So I decided to explore my options as an actor and stuff. So that's what I did. I found the TOA school. They was in LA, and I got family out here in LA. And basically, everything just fell into place after that. So I became an actor, still doing the skits and stuff. And then because I'm in the TOA, that made me want to do stand-up comedy. So that's how I got here right now.
That's what's up, man. So how is the LA circuit as far as acting and comedy? How is that?
It's a lot of us out here trying to do the exact same thing I'm doing. It's like, I wouldn't say it's hard, but depending on who you are, it is kind of challenging. Because everybody want to be an actor. There's a lot of people that's still doing clubs, stand-up clubs. So it's a challenge out here.
Yeah, I can see. LA is where you're supposed to make it, right? Like, it's just...
That's what they say. There's a lot of people out here that hasn't made it. You gotta have connections on connections just to get featured in a commercial or even a small role in a big movie.
Mm-hmm. So, who were some of the actors that inspired you growing up?
That's the thing. This was never a part of my repertoire growing up. Like, it just happened naturally. It's like I never thought about being an actor growing up at all.
So what was in your repertoire growing up? Was it sports? Was it music? Was it?
I would say it was sports. The first thing, I grew up, I was an artist for a while. Like, I always used to draw everything, and I wanted to play basketball, but I was too skinny. So instead I decided to run track when I was in high school. So that's really kind of like my first love. Okay. But yeah, I was always funny my whole life. That was nothing, but I wasn't never like thinking of doing any comedy, anything like that. I was just doing it because that's just my personality. That's just who I am on a regular,
It's crazy you say trap because it seemed like you just hit the pavement running when you got to LA.
Yeah,
man. That's what's up, man. How has so you're doing all three? How has that been treating? Like, I know I do stand up myself. How is stand up? Like, what inspired you for stand up? Because that's two different lanes.
Yeah. See, stand up, that's a different story. Because growing up, I did love watching stand up. Like, my favorite comedians to watch was like Bernie Mac. I grew up on him. I like watching some of the old Eddie Murphy stand up skits. Who else? Arnaz J. I watched a lot of Arnaz J. and Def Comedy Jam. I just love watching all those. Just seeing these people just doing stand up, making the crowd laugh and everything. Just by telling stories. I was always interested in that. But I never thought about doing it myself, which is crazy.
I don't think we all thought about doing stand up. I think one day we just was like, you know what? Either I'm gonna take a class or do an open mic. We're gonna see where this. We're gonna see where this lands. So yeah, I understand. And you write too. So like, are you more like a? Because we had the big strike recently with.
Yeah. So I wasn't a part of that. I'm at UCLA right now taking classes to become a screenwriter. So only thing I've written so far, I'm on my way of writing a spec script for a feature film, and only other thing I wrote was like a couple of shorts. So other than that, I haven't really wrote anything major yet.
I mean, shorts is major because you see what shorts and reels and skits is doing for Country Wayne and Drewski now. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to disagree with the little part on that one, bro. I'm not
talking
trying
about like in terms of me. It's not made for me yet. Yeah.
Okay. He probably. Yeah, I'm writing for Tyler Perry presents Mission Impossible. So.
Yeah, nothing major. This Tyler Perry ain't nothing major though.
Ain't nothing major, Maxine's baby. Who fuck know? Man, I like as far as acting goes though, like because I know it's different variations of acting. You got method acting, which is what Jared Leto does that I believe.
Yeah.
What is your going for roles as far as being an actor? What's your thesis behind that? Like, what's your synopsis behind going behind these acting roles? Do you research them? Is there like a roles that you won't play, or you don't want to get typecast?
Right now, I do have a manager. We're working on like getting me in like anything possible right now because like the strike just finished. So I'm just like, give me anything you can, I'll do. But the way for me as an actor, the way I like to act is kind of like it's called the Meisner technique. That's when you connect with your scene part and everything. But since COVID, everything's been on self tape, so I have nobody to act with. So it's basically like, who am I going to act with? So then I have to really like try to get into character, whatever that character I'm playing is. And the one role I did tell my manager I would never want to play is a slave. I would never want to play a slave. It don't matter where I'm at in my career. I would never want to play a slave because we just not gonna talk about that. I don't want to get all like political and nothing like that. This ain't the time for it. But I never play a slave. That's it.
Man, you're not lying about that. I don't know what the fascination with cinema and slavery is. It's like I
we've seen
can't.
enough of it. No need for more movies. That's how I feel.
Exactly, and I wrote a joke about like, how do you audition for a slavery movie? This is for me speaking. Like, how do you get into the mindset to be a slave? Like, you're like, you know what? I'm gonna kill this role. And if you're an extra in a slave movie, your title in the movie is slave number 1 or slave number 2. So that shit
I would hate to see that in my credits for real. Like, nah, I'm never doing that.
If you can envision yourself playing any role though, or playing along like opposite of another actor, who would that actor be and why?
That's a tough one right now because my favorite actor is Chadwick Boseman, and we're not with him anymore. So, well, he's not with us anymore. But I would probably have to say maybe Samuel Jackson. Play opposite of him some type of way because I love his acting. Like from when he first started, that man was taking any role he could when he was younger, and now look where he at now. So I would love to play opposite of him. Somebody else I would probably say is Lakeith Stanfield.
Yeah,
I'll probably play opposite of him. And for a role I really want to play, because something about me, I love biopics, and that's the reason why Chadwick Boseman is my favorite actor because he been in 42, Marshall. He did the James Brown story, and like I love all that. I love all that biopic stuff. And The Temptations is my favorite movie, and so I would say a role that I would love to do, and because people say I look like him and I like have mannerism like him, I would love to do Eddie Murphy biopic. If they would ever make that, That's my go-to role. I got to do something like that.
I can see that. I can see that. I can see that. That's crazy. Eddie
I mean, that's
Murphy.
broad though. I mean, who knows who
Yeah.
gonna write it? If nobody gonna write it, I guess I got to step up. You know what I'm saying?
Stuff up. We still waiting on the Richard Pryor about it. Nick Cannon, Marlon Wayans, Mike Epps have all been rumored to play him, and we have yet to get it. So I don't know what's going on. That's crazy you say Sam Jackson, because I think a lot of people don't respect the genius behind Sam Jackson. Sam Jackson will put out Star Wars and then another movie and call you a motherfucker in the same.
Yeah, man, that's the thing about him, man. It's crazy because he played Nick Fury in all the Marvel movies.
Correct.
And what a lot of people don't know is like Nick Fury was originally a white man. Correct. He was played by David Hasselhoff in the earlier one. So the fact that Samuel Jackson is taking over this role as a black person just changed the whole dynamic of that. Like nobody really talking about that for real.
Nobody talking about it. I just watched something with Sam Jackson. I can't even pronounce it. Where he had dementia. He was trying to solve his nephew's murder. I had just discovered it on Apple TV. Polygamy Gray, something like that.
Yeah, Polygamy Gray. I seen that a while back. That's a good one, bro. That's a good one.
I was like, ooh. Another actor I think people don't put enough respect on is two of them: Forrest Whitaker and Jeffrey Wright.
Yeah, for real.
And Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle. He's like, he need all the flowers he can get right now because he is up there for real. He's one of the best out there.
If y'all never seen anything with Jeffrey Wright, you want to see some region, watch OG. He was really out there in Pelican Bay playing basketball with convicted murderers and felons. Like, he was really out there acting and cussing them out, and they respect him so much. He played Basquiat. If you look at Don Cheadle, Hotel Rwanda, he did one of my favorite comedians and personalities, Peter Green. He's been all across. If you look at like actresses, you got Viola Davis. I'm gonna even throw Queen Latifah out there, who in my opinion is
she's different. Like, she don't get enough credit as is too, either for real. Because like she did so many great things. Her role of playing any character is like very, very broad. She can do anything, which a lot of people don't really see that though.
Oh, they don't. Like, she's done movies, so she did comedy, drama, sci-fi. She's done romance. She's done television shows, talk shows, rap music, hip hop music. She sung opera for a little bit. She's done musicals. I'm like, okay, all right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, we got to give her flowers. Viola the same way. It's an amazing thing. I know we talked about the type of movies that you wouldn't be in. Like, that one movie is like a slavery movie you would never want to do. But is there a genre of a movie that you wouldn't do? Is it like that you wouldn't?
Genre. I don't think there is like any genre that I wouldn't do, because I like comedy. I could play comedy. I could do drama. I like romance. So I don't think there's any drama that I wouldn't be willing to do. I love to do horror too. I mean, why not? So
yeah, I think that's a market that Jordan Peele has tapped in for black people. Is horror. Yeah, he's done his thing, and being a comedian, a writer, actor, producer, he's doing that. I'm gonna be honest with you, Ty. I think that might be your the Jordan Peele role. Yeah, I think he's going down that pattern, brother.
Yeah.
So have you ever done comedy in VA, or have you just done strictly in LA?
Yeah, just been all in LA. I haven't back to Virginia since I've been here. I've been here like 2 years now. I'm planning on going back. I do have a couple people that's like really telling me that if I ever come back to VA, they'll book a show for me. I'm like, I appreciate that. I'm really excited, but the audience is tough out there, so I gotta get my jokes ready,
Virginia's weird.
Like, that wasn't funny. Get off the stage. I'm like, all right, my bad.
Virginia's weird, man. Virginia's fucking weird, bro. Like, they want you to be clean but dirty.
Yeah.
They want you to be sexual but non-sexual. It's
you
like you
can't
got to
say
do.
too much, and they're gonna like, oh, yeah, I don't know about him.
Yeah, no. Have you ever experienced your first bombing on the stage yet? Like your first bad set where you was like, you know what? Maybe this shit ain't it.
I mean, I wouldn't call it a bomb, but it was a set I did. It was for an organization I'm in called Black Man Build, and
Mm-hmm.
they had this like little fundraiser thing for Juneteenth. It was the day before Juneteenth, and so I went out there. It's like an outside stage. You got people everywhere. So tell me why I had one part of the outside laughing, and then the other part wasn't laughing at all. And so it's like it was so confusing, right? So people that was sitting in front of me, well, none of them laughing, but the people to like my right side, all of them was cracking up. So I won't call it a bomb, but at the same time, nobody in that area was laughing. So I started talking to the people over here. I'm like, "How y'all doing?" and stuff. Since y'all don't want to laugh, so I started talking to them. You know what I'm saying? But I would probably categorize that. I wouldn't say it's a bomb, but at the same time, it is because nobody was laughing. But I still had like a few folks laugh.
Yeah, that's the weird part. Like you may got the left side rolling, the right side's like
Yeah.
tell us something
Yeah, but
funny.
it was so weird, man.
And then the skits that you do, right? How do you come up with the ideas for the skits, and like what goes behind these skits as far as the production, the writing, and the execution? And have you ever got mad because you're used to a certain amount of views, likes, and shares, and you've never gotten that same view, like, or share?
Yeah, so all my ideas come from real life experiences. I'm gonna say that right now. But like almost every video you see that happened to me in real life some type of way. And so I would say my first viral video that I really started getting more traction was I did a video with an old dude, when how old dudes walk up to you say random stuff. And I just did that just for fun. That happened to me. Basically, I worked this job, and this dude I worked with, he just came up to me, said something. I don't know what he said, laughed, and then walked away. I'm like, what was that? I was like, you know what? I got to make a video out of this. And so me just playing around, like, all right, let me make a video. It got so much traction. I'm like, okay, that's nice. And then it was other videos I did that I knew that was funny. They didn't get no traction at all. Nobody like really shared it. Nobody liked it. Nothing like that. I'm like, okay, so I see it. I got people want one thing. I noticed that all my fans they like on short videos. Like if it's no more than 10 seconds, they probably not gonna watch it because people attention span because of TikTok is very short now. They'll watch a video and then skip right to the next one. Nobody trying to sit there and watch a full video all day unless you like really somebody.
Then you
So
gotta get them in the first 30 seconds.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, like shit. I think Vine did that, like that 6 second clips.
hmm
I think that's what messed. I just that's what fucked us all up was Vine 6 seconds, and then Instagram lets you start doing videos, and now it's
hmm
either a reel or a short. You can't even do a regular post now. They make you do a reel, so
yeah.
yeah, I don't
They
know.
try to get people to come in and view the stuff and leave. That's it. They just want the views and likes.
Now, if I had motherfucking Kevin Hart up on this shit, so I was playing. They be like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna watch this shit."
Yeah,
I would.
you're not a name, man. That's it.
Yeah, man. Realism is what you said as far as your skits. Is that the same thing with your comedy? Like realism? Do you tap into the stuff that happened to you, the relatable stuff that's happened to you that may happen to somebody else in the crowd too?
Yeah, most of my jokes are kind of real. Most of all my jokes are real, but as a comedian, it's some things that I could say the truth, but it's not funny. So I gotta bend it just a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Just a little bit.
So I'm gonna say it right now. So there's one joke that I do often where I talk about how my grandma sent me to a black Christian church, but she's a Muslim, right? And it gets the crowd every time because like I'm wondering like I said that to myself, why she sent me to a Christian church when the whole time she's a Muslim? But I was just joking until I had a recent conversation with my grandma, and she was talking about how she was thankful for like still living because she's older now. She's thankful for still living. She praised the Almighty God Allah. I'm like, oh snap! So my jokes really are true because this whole time I didn't think she was a Muslim for real. So I'm like, okay, so That's a joke I could say that's really the truth. But it is another joke that is not the truth at all. It's it's a joke where I talk about being in the army, and I was talking about how it was tough for me because I'm skinny and all, so I had to carry these heavy bags and I could never keep up. That's not true at all. I just say that because it's a funny joke, but in real life in the army I was like, I don't want to brag, but I was good. Let's just say that I was good in the army.
Oh man, it's nothing. As long as it's not like too much fat onto it, where it's like it's not believable.
Yeah.
It's believable because of your frame. Like I got a joke where I said my mom booked me at a black church, and the older church lady was coming up to me and give me words of encouragement. My mom didn't book me at a black church. I didn't get booked at all. I was in a black church crowd at a bar.
Mm.
And that's when they was giving me the words of encouragement. So that's when it was like, oh shit. And I bombed so bad. And that's how I started this podcast, is because of that bomb. So that bomb made No ID, man. Is there any celebrities that you've worked with or ever got like starstruck with since you've been in LA? Have you ever seen any in the open mic scenes?
I've seen a couple of celebrities. They're not like real big celebrities, but they're known. So it's one guy, one of my promoters, Vargas Mason. I've seen him on Def Comedy Jam, and then now I'm on good terms with him. So I wouldn't say I was starstruck, but he's somebody that I knew. I don't really get starstruck often, but who else have I worked with? It was a couple celebrities I worked with that I wasn't really starstruck, but it is one person I have seen. It was Thundercat. He is my favorite artist. I never seen him, like I never talked to him anything, but it was so random. I think I was driving to work one day, right? And I seen him walking down the street. I'm like, I'm just driving like, who's that dude with them oodles and noodles dreads? I look closer, I'm like, oh shoot, that's Thundercat. Bruh. I was so starstruck. I even thought about turning my whole car around to go get a picture with him. That's how starstruck I was. I called all my friends. I like, bro, you'll never guess what I just seen. Thundercat. I called my girl. I said, bro, you'll never guess what I just seen. Thundercat. I called everybody because everybody who knows me know I'm a huge fan of Thundercat. So I'm like, that's like the only time I've ever been starstruck. So
it happens. It happens. Excuse me. I saw fucking Jerry Seinfeld one time at the movie. Well, like in Connecticut, and I knew it was Jerry because his security was walking through him and shit. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't even know if I should ask for a picture or something. But you struck. You like in your mind, be like, nah, that ain't him. But really, he's right in your face. Thundercat, that's crazy. You got good music taste then.
Yeah. It's very, I grew up with my grandma and all. Shoot, my shit blurry as hell. Hold on.
Yeah.
I grew with my grandma, so the first album I ever heard was the Temptations album. And I thought it was like a brand new band at the time I heard them, because I didn't know nothing. Like it took me a while to like actually know like where music started from and all, because I didn't grow up with people my own age. I didn't start listening to that until I was probably like in middle school. So growing up, I listened to like people from the 90s, people from the 80s, 70s. Because I live with my cousin also, and she was born in the 70s, and all the music she listened to was like early hip hop and things that came out in the 80s. So it took me a while to like know my own generational music. So yeah, my playlist is like so diverse. So anytime you get in my car, you don't know what you're gonna listen to next.
It's likewise. You talking about Thundercat? I listen to Gregory Porter and Sting, and like it went. I think because I'm getting older. I don't know what's going on, but that shit. You don't know what you're gonna get, man. You might get Moneybagg Yo 1 minute, and then you might get Hall and Oates.
Yeah,
like right after. I think it describes your. think it describes our personality. It's like, all right, one minute I can trap with you, the next minute
You singing along.
he's singing along. He gonna look at me like, well, what the hell are you playing? I don't know, man. This is my car, it's my playlist. So
Yeah,
yeah,
for
I
real.
get you, man. What's the best advice that you've gotten since you've got into this creative space?
I'll say the best advice, it happened when I was at school. It was I'm not probably not gonna say it word from word, but it's something in that area. The best advice I ever got was just to have fun. That's it. It's the most simple advice I ever heard, because most people, if you're a new actor or something like that, they go out there try to be very specific and they try to like really get that role. But if like the director or cast director see that you had fun with the role, then they'll remember you. Because it was a couple times where I have been told that they just said I was having fun just because of my personality, even if it's like I'm crying or I'm being like I'm getting shot or something like that. If it's a drama role, I was still having fun with it. I wasn't like being too serious, so just be loose. So that's probably like the best advice I ever got.
The best advice I got is when you get into this, this is a passion project. And Bernie Mac, I add Bernie Mac's thing on when he said, "Fame comes before money." Right. So if you're looking to make money in any of this right now, while you starting, it's not gonna happen. It'll come. The fame gonna come first. The recognition. So people might say, "Damn, that's Ty. I saw his skit. That's old boy who grandma was a Muslim and he went to a Christian church. That's Ty who saw ramen noodles and noodle hair on the street to work." And that's what's gonna happen first, and then the money will start coming in. But I think if you have fun, that's one of the things I always tell anybody that's getting. Cause I just do comedy. But if anybody's getting to anything, it's want to have fun. Like this isn't some shit that you gotta go in there and go be serious all the time. If you have fun and project it to your audience, like you doing your skits, like you've done in your movies, and how you doing your writing and how you doing your stand up, your audience will actually be like, "Damn, he having a good ass time."
Yeah.
So then they'll have a good time. So it's the energy of having fun. So yeah, you're a good dude, bro. I hope if you come to VA, or if I go to LA, we'll link up or something, get on the show. Because I'm trying to support any black creative, especially doing what you're doing three lanes. And like I said, I see great things. I said you was the next Jordan Peele, but really you just Ty Buckner. You will surpass a Jordan Peele one day. So
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man. If anybody wants to follow you or get in contact with you, what can they follow you at?
I would say if you want to get in contact, you should follow me on my Instagram, because he's Tyrell. Now, if you just want to like do anything with terms of business, you'll have to get my email, which is tyrellbuckner1@gmail.com. So that's why I handle all my business, regardless of what it is. So that's where you get in contact with me.
Get in contact with him. Go to his page, like, share, comment, subscribe, rate. He's very personable. Like I said, I think I hit him up probably Saturday night.
It was Saturday.
And you just instantly was like, "Bet, we can set it up on Monday." And I was like, "Oh man, that's a bet." So I'm not bullshitting you guys. I've never bullshitted anybody on this podcast or anything that I do. So Ty's up next. He's probably just next right now. He ain't up. He's just next. So I'm gonna stop saying that, man. I'm gonna get this man his flowers. And if you guys want to see anything that I'm doing, it's Comedian Rome. Follow that page. That's the Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. No ID Media TV is YouTube, but you can also get that on Instagram and Facebook as well too. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, support black creatives, support myself and Tack. We both trying to make it to the point where we can fly a kite down to the next generations of Taz and Rome. So hell yeah, if you guys ain't learned nothing, this man literally is a Virginia native, is in LA doing his shit. So that should speak something for you. You trying to make it. We are not trying. He's making it. We making it. So Ty, I appreciate you, brother. I'm gonna go ahead and preach. Oh man, you don't understand, baby. Let's get this stuff.